Alright, so I'm convinced it takes a little more than hard work and dedication to, get ahead in life. I mean, sure, that helps a lot, actually. And, working yourself up above the ranks, but it also helps if you're extremely fortunate and important people that could, maybe move you along, or I guess as they say, pass the resume down. I don't know. It's kind of a frustrating time we live in, and it just seems like every time you try to get ahead, whether it be human error or whatever, it just kind of knocks you down. My biggest concern right now is, I think, in order for regular people, ones that are not fortunate, that actually have to work and take jobs that may or may not, bring them to what they want out of life, or what they need out of life, raise the minimum wage a little bit more. If you can't do 15, what about 14? Can't do 14, what about 13? Because I think we all agree that 10 an hour just ain't cutting it. Sure, it's a lot better than 9, or minimum wage for that matter, but, we need something more. I don't know about you guys, but, I like living comfortable. I mean, yeah, traveling, having big houses, expensive cars, and, fancy phones, all that stuff. It's good and all, it's great, but, it costs money, So does food, stuff you actually need, not stuff that you think you need. But, like I said, I like a little bit of the high life. I enjoy it, I try and go out as much as I can. Try and enjoy, expensive things, I'm not rich, but, like I said, that part of the life, I don't mind. I think if you work hard, you should enjoy yourself just a little bit, just to, keep your sanity, if that's your thing. Like I said, you work hard, you should be rewarded. Unfortunately, that's just not how it goes. Like I said, this all goes back to, the workforce in America, I think. I mean, hey, some countries, have it different. Some have it worse, some have it better. Whatever, I don't live in another country, so I really can't do that, but, you hear stories, and some are less fortunate than others, and some are just doing pretty good. But, us here, the, bigwig country of America, we're supposed to be ahead of the game, and, really we're not, I don't know, I think if you start a job at 9, 10 an hour, with the promise of advancement, with the promise, but, you gotta work to it, sure, that might get you a little more cash, but is it really what you need? I mean, what if you started right off the bat, 15 an hour? There, now you got money to play with. Now, if you get any raises or bonuses from that, you should be well off, or at least somewhat. Like I said, I don't mind working, but I mind working for nothing. I think that should be everyone's mentality. Work for something, or don't work at all. I mean, and I know that sounds selfish, but come on. Let's be real here. The real picture is to thrive, prosper, and, do good by your family, right? People you have to provide for, all this stuff. And you can't do that with a minimum wage or just above it. I'm sorry. It's not like I'm broadcasting to CNN here. I know this is just another YouTube thing, but come on. How can you live on such low minimum wages? I mean, you really gotta band together. That's the only way, and you have enough just to get by. If I'm lying, please, by all means, tell me what I'm doing wrong or whatever. Should I have went to college? Maybe. Would I have been in debt? Probably. Would it be a good debt? Yeah, because it seems like, you if you have a degree, you automatically get better pay. Sure. But what about the people who actually, don't want to, live off mom and dad? People that want to establish themselves. They got to work harder. I'm sorry. That's just how it goes. I've always been a favorite, and I've always picked the working class citizen over anyone else because that's what I am. you know, it all depends on your work ethic. I mean, sure, you know, today's jobs, a lot of them are starting off at 10 an hour, which is okay, but, you know, not to be picky, but come on, you know. Can you, by yourself, live with 10 an hour and expect to survive paying rent, food, and bills? I don't think so. So I think, well, what I propose anyway, if there's any people that give a damn, or could do something, you know, someone maybe powerful than me, because, you know, I'm just an average nobody, whatever, who has a voice and opinion, and I could do that, because we're free, but, yeah, I don't know, my proposal is to, build factory, I don't know, like, you know, don't get me wrong, I love giving business to other people, but come on, you have to worry about here first, you know, let's build factories, let's make stuff here in the U.S., put people to work, give them 12, 13, 14 an hour, if they're doing a good job, give them raises. These are things that we should already be doing, but we're not. And if it is happening, it's definitely not here, because I'm not seeing it. You know, if you're living comfortable, if you're just getting by, then fine, this doesn't apply to you. But if you do want change, real change, then do something about it. I like preaching and, you know, saying my word, you know, pretty much, you know, give my 2 cents, because that's really all I could do. I mean, no one's going to listen to one person. So, you know, there you go. You want something done, you got to do it yourself, and you got to do it right. Factor in human error, factor in anything that could go wrong, basically. And, you know, I mean, if you got supporters, great, but ultimately, if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. It's just the bottom line, you know. I'm a hypocrite sometimes, like what I mentioned, having all those necessities and whatnot. I mean, yeah, I do like it. I love the fact that I have a PlayStation 3, a computer, and a limitless DVD collection. But, you know, that stuff I bought, you know, or earned, I guess. Well, really bought, you know. I paid for that stuff. It's mine, you know. That's my theory anyway, you know. But, you know, I mean, do I want more? Yeah, sure, you know. Who wouldn't want more for their family or whatever, you know? It's just how it goes, you know, and society really kind of sticks it to you, you know? It makes it hard for you. There is no breaks, and if they are, they're nearly impossible or require you to do a lot of shit, you know? I mean, once again, I mean, sure, there's ways to achieve full happiness and greatness and prosperity and being rich, but it takes a long fucking time if it's just you and not anyone else. I'm sorry, that's the truth. Don't believe me? Okay, start your own business by yourself. No support from the government, anyone. And then call me next week while you're filing for bankruptcy. I'm sorry, unless you have some great idea that's original, that you think you can make a buck or two, great. Some people are good at making businesses, you know. But for the average Joe, like me, you, or anyone else, it's difficult, you know. Asking for help is, you know, there's no shame in that, you know. But you also want to, you know, stand your ground and, you know, make it your turn to point the finger and be like, you do this, you do that. You know, be your own boss sometimes. If not at the job, be your own boss mentally. If you need to get through yourself today, you tell yourself what to do, and you get it done. Because the greatest feeling in the world is self-achievement. And that's part of the goal here. Alright, well, thanks for listening to my little rant. Comment, message me back, whatever you want. Or just, like I said, the message here is to do something. If you want to achieve excellence, you have to strive for excellence. Alright, peace.